Hello and welcome to the newsroom. I am Mary Kanu. Youths numbering about 100 on Monday attacked the house of the chairman of Benue State All Progressives Congress APC, Abba Yaro. The house, which is located along Judges' quarters behind the permanent site of Zone 4 Police Headquarters, was destroyed with 3 vehicles in the compound. Trouble, according to a resident of the area who identified herself as Doshima, started when youths in the area found the body of a young man who worked as a security guard in the chairman's house hung on a tree. This angered the youths in the community who invaded Yaro's house, pulled down the gates and destroyed the house. Meanwhile, Governor of Benue State Samuel Ortom has condemned the destruction of Yaro's house by youths and urged them to stop taking the law into their hands whenever anything goes wrong. A Nigerian youth under the edges of the Face of NSAS movement today held a protest in Osogbo, Osun State capital. The protesters marched through the streets of Osogbo to the Osun State House of Assembly and demanded an audience with the leadership of the assembly. The protesters, led by a man identified as Emmanuel Adebisi, however, noted that their actions were aimed at demanding good governance and not to destroy properties. And still on the NSAS protest in Lagos, armed policemen and soldiers were spotted at the Lekki Toll Plaza earlier today in what appears to be an attempt to forestall another round of the protest. The NSAS protests, which took place in October, were hijacked by hoodlums, leading to the destruction of properties and loss of lives. A statement issued by Lagos State Police Public Relations Officer Muyiwa Adejobi on Sunday said some unpatriotic individuals and groups were planning to embark on the replica of the recent destructive and violent protest and warned against such movement. And in COVID stories, Chinese pharmaceutical firm Sinovac Biotech has disclosed that it has secured $500 million in extra funding to produce its COVID-19 vaccine as the country races to roll out vaccine for general use. Beijing has largely brought the virus under control with only 281 active cases still receiving treatment according to official figures. But it has promised to make its vaccines available as a global public good as it seeks to counter global criticism for its early handling of the pandemic. It also added it hopes to be able to manufacture 600 million doses before the end of the year. In a bid to improve the free flow of traffic across the metropolis, the Lagos State government has issued a 7-day removal notice to communities with unapproved street gates in the state. Commissioner for Transportation Frederick Oladeyinde, who issued the notice, said it is with a directive to either leave such gates open between 5 a.m. and midnight or have them dismantled. Oladeyinde stressed that the ministry, in conjunction with the local government and community affairs, had the regulatory authority on the installation of gates towards enhancing traffic management on the inner roads while protecting the lives and properties of the affected communities. And violence erupted in Paris for the second consecutive weekend at a mass protest against the new security law, with demonstrators clashing with the police. Thousands of people were marching peacefully in Paris, denouncing police brutality and President Emmanuel Macron's security police plans, which the demonstrators say would restrict civil liberties when the clashes erupted between police and pockets of protesters, mostly dressed in black and their faces covered. France has been hit by a wave of street protests after the government introduced the security bill in parliament that set out to increase its surveillance tools and restrict rights on circulating images of police officers in the media and online. And in sports, Nigeria Premier Football League club Sunshine Stars are in serious danger of a ban by World Football Governing Body FIFA after it allegedly paid part of the subsequent transfer money for Kenneth Omero's switch to Leganes from Chelsea to a party not involved with the player. Sunshine top officials will now face the law after an academy alleged that they paid a Lagos-based agent a percentage from Omero's transfer to La Liga, even when he was not the one who gave Sunshine Stars the player. This latest allegations come on the heels of another transfer scandal that involved the Akure club and Shina FC after Frank Sassare moved to Swiss club FC Lugano 2 years ago. And that's all on the newsroom. Many thanks for watching.